Do I want to line up the legendary triple? It feels really bizarre to line up the triple stack on the A file here, but it's actually not crazy. But how much do I want to meme is also a question, because if I meme too much here I could get into trouble. But fudge it, let's meme. It's time to be a meme king. Play knight f3. Again, remember in this first one it is 10 plus 0. There is no increment, so you don't want to get too low on time. Go here. Maybe bishop e2 next move, maybe just castles. Okay, he goes there. We'll go here. Castles, of course. All pretty standard. Let's play c4. He plays d5. Let's think about it. So I'm gonna go knight c3 here. Knight d7. Now I can obviously trade. I feel like I had this against Narayanan recently. Now rook c1 is a move, queen c2 is a move, cd5 is also a move, bishop a3 is kind of a weird move. Which one do I want to play? Queen c2 makes some sense. Knight e5 also is a move here. Let me think for a second. Don't want to get too low on time right out of the gate, but I think I'll just play rook c1. Play c5. I can obviously take if I want to. I don't really want to trade. I kind of wonder why I didn't go queen c2 and rook d1, honestly. Let's go queen c2 here now, maybe. Not enthused by the position, I have to say. Not enthused. But I can obviously take go queen b1 and just play chess. I guess I'll go here. He takes. Of course I take with a knight. I can take with the bishop here. I also have knight b5 maybe at some point. Let me just make sure. Bishop a3, rook e8, knight b5 is kind of attractive here. I think for saying bishop a3, rook e8, knight b5, knight c5, rook d1, knight d3. I just take, knight d6. Again, it's 10-0, but the opening is important, so I'm just thinking of this. Bishop a3, knight c5, knight db5, knight db5, c3, knight d6, b8, queen a2, rook b8. Takes, bishop a3, knight c5. Oh, what is this? Okay, so knight b5. I mean, or I go bishop a3. I don't really know what the move is here. I kind of want to be creative, so I'm going to be creative with knight b5, and I suspect it's not the best move, but I'm going to be creative here with knight d6 and just try to play for the initiative a little bit. Although I just realized I miscounted here. I'm actually down 2 pawns after b8. I'm not down 1 pawn like I thought I was. So this is actually a very bad idea by me. I should have just taken the pawn on c4. Very, very poor start.
Just resubbed for 3 months. Good luck.
Let's see what he does. I also maybe have knight a7 too at some point. Not really enthused by this. I mean, I probably can draw this game, but yeah, I don't know what knight b5 is. Oh, it's such a bad move by me.
So if Hikaru doesn't have anything concrete here, I think black is probably more than fine.
So potentially 2 pawns are being sacrificed here with this move knight to b5, but Hikaru seems to be confident about this active choice, and his opponent doesn't want to try what was going to happen in case he accepted the pawn sacrifices.
And honestly, I think black should have taken b3, because you're not going to get another chance to win a pawn. Now it seems like Hikaru might, yeah, he goes rook f1, and if the black queen moves, yep, as it does, then Hikaru puts his knight on d6, and he's going to take the bishop on b7, and I think he's going to have a very small but stable advantage. This is the kind of position Hikaru loves having.
Maybe I'm crazy because knight d3 I take. Okay, I go here because now on takes I just take the rook, and the queen is now under attack, so I just go rook d8. I just take, and now I'm gonna get the double op combo. And I mean, it's not like this is, if I take with the pawn or the take with the bishop, he has some knight e4. If I take with the pawn, I keep bishop f3 alive. Not so obvious here. b4 is also a move, which is kind of, no, b4 knight d3. So I guess I have to take. Oh, maybe I could have gone bishop. No, bishop f3 didn't do anything either. Plays knight f e4. So I trade queen b2. I mean, I guess I just play as like an Anatoly Karpov or something. I just take on e4. I mean, I don't really want to do this, but I kind of have to, unfortunately. Now, if he takes with the queen, I think I have bishop a3, and the show goes on. He takes with a knight as expected. I'm gonna trade. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna go knight f6 probably. I'm gonna go like bishop e2, and we're just gonna play a very. It was king g8. That strikes me as slightly wrong. Potential. I'm gonna go here. Idea bishop f3. Undermine the knight on e4. Again, not a whole lot going on here, but this feels like I might have a very slight advantage somehow. Like very, very slight. Like I can go bishop f3. Knight c3, rook d3, and this knight. Oh, we found rook d8, which is a good move. But I do have rook c1 here, maybe? To attack the queen. Now the knight is very loose. He goes knight c5, b4. I think I'm actually winning. He goes queen b7. Okay, he goes there because now takes his queen d1. Makes sense. Now I can play h4. h4, b4, both moves. Now h4 looks like the right move because the knight c5, I have rook d1. If I play h4 or not? I also can go b4 here, just because if I go b4, I cut off the knight move to c5, d3. Okay, so what is the move here? b4 makes sense on one hand. On the other hand, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Because actually b4, he's got knight g5, bishop e2, queen d2. And then I really don't have anything. No, I don't. So I can't go b4. So h4 has to be the right move then. If I stop knight g5, I create luft for the king. Yeah, knight c5, I expected that. Now I'm going to go... Do I go queen f6 is also a question here. So if I go queen f6... Yeah, I think I go queen f6 here, because now I'm threatening the lolly with h6, h5, h6, and a checkmate. Also, I can go rook d1 to take the file. This looks kind of scary for black on one hand. I suspect black is still okay here, but this looks a little bit dangerous to play. Oh, but I blundered e5, of course. Obviously. And now I don't really have anything. I have to go b4 here. So bad by me. Really just not spotting tactics. I didn't even see e5 as a move here. It goes knight e6, which is not the best move, I don't think. Now the thing is here, somehow I have to find a way to activate my pieces. Maybe bishop d1. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go here on bishop b3, try to target the knight. Again, knight is not great on e6 here, and with the knight not being fantastic on e6, all these squares are covered. There's no jumps. I can maybe claim some kind of advantage. I mean, right now I'm basically doing my best impression of Bobby Fischer. Fischer was very well known for proving that the bishop was better than the knight. So he goes rook d7, which I saw, but that wait, no, but I have rook d1 maybe. Okay, he goes knight c7. I think I'm actually better here. If I play this correctly, I think I'm better. Just my instinct says I have g5 here. The only question is what I want to play. I can also move the king up here. Tough decisions. Now again, this is 3-0. I have to remember, or not 3-0. This is 10-0. I'm gonna bring the king in here. He goes f5. I'm always gonna have rook c6. Okay, so he plays there. Now the thing with that move though is I think I have rook c6 maybe, and now h5. I mean, it's a little bit scary for black, just a little bit scary. Knight b5 runs into bishop a4. There's knight d5. Go a3. Let's consolidate the pawn chain. Knight e7. I go rook c3 or f6. I guess I'll go to c3. Again, very hard to prove this, and I'm down a minute on the clock, but at the same time it's an end game, so I should not it shouldn't really be possible for me to get flagged here. So the question is, do I go to g3 or f3? My instinct says that I should go to f3 with some bishop a4 maybe, or do I go g5? G5 is also, g5 can't be right though, so let's go this way, because now on f5 I think I have some bishop a4s. Let's go bishop a4. Oh, we can actually take, which I forgot about. But again, rook c7 coming in. It's a little bit scary for black, maybe. Maybe just a little bit scary. He goes rook b7. Now I think I should go g5 here to fix the pawns. Because now when he takes, I mean, if my rook ever gets in, I win the game. He has no way to get to this pawn on g5.
And g5 by Hikaru, very instructive move. He is fixing the pawn on a light square so that later on You can imagine a scenario where black's king walks toward the center. White could have bishop e8 at a very inopportune moment for black. So this is sort of a move that is aimed at creating long-term weaknesses. Well, white is definitely pushing for a win here, no question about it.
Yeah, I am still surprised by the time management of Narayan. Now he started spending a bit longer, but isn't it a bit too late now with the pawn on g5 and the bishop being the better piece here with pawns on both flanks, and white's rook is also more active than black's rook.
And black's just putting all of his pawns on light squares where they can be picked off by the bishop. His idea is to get his rook to the open pawn, but now Hikaru advances his king toward the center. Notice that earlier there was a fork on d5. Now there isn't. Hikaru just infiltrating d5. This is horrendous play by Narayanan. This is, I mean, he's just tilting off the face of the earth.
I think I'm gonna win this game now. I think I'm gonna win. It should just be winning with the good bishop and the good rook here. Knight is awful. No squares anywhere to go to. No jumps. This should just be winning. Should be a nice clean first round victory. And again, doing my best impression of Bobby Fischer, the greatest chess player who ever lived, proving that, as we already knew, the bishop is better than the knight in all endgames. Yeah, this looks, I think he might even resign pretty soon, because now bishop e6 and rook c7 and king f6 is coming in here. I mean, look at all his pawns too. All the pawns are on the light square, so my bishop can go after all of them. Plays rook d3. Okay, so this is sort of a last gasp effort by Indian lad to kind of try and draw this game. Although the funny thing is here, I can also go king d6 and f4 just to lock him in jail permanently. It's a funny idea. Is it actually best is the question. Or I can play f4 here. Wait a second. So I go king d6. If I go f4, I mean, the question is, what is his idea? If I go here, I mean, I don't really understand what his idea is, I have to say. I mean, this should be winning for me unless I'm insane. But we'll see what he does. I mean, he has knight c6, he has d2. Funny thing is, I can actually start running after this pawn potentially, but does he have counterplay is a big question mark here. I mean, I think king c5 is winning, but if I just base this off of general knowledge, with all these pawns on light squares, my bishop being a light square bishop, this has to be winning for me, just based off of my general knowledge. Now he goes f4. I don't understand. Is the idea knight d5, I guess? I mean, he has knight d5, but I think I just take and I go king e3. And yeah, now the knight is still terrible here. My bishop's just getting in. This is GG. Yeah, this should just be GG on the spot. I just go king e4 and I have bishop d5, bishop g7. Oh, but he's got knight e1, which I forgot about. Wait. Oh, wait a second. I forgot about knight e1. Slight mistake by me. But wait a second. Okay, so let's go here. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have allowed this. The thing is, I want to go king e5 and maybe go after the pawn on g6 at some point. Also, I want to maybe go king f3 with the bishop on b1. I'm gonna go here. Okay, so now I think I can run the king or play f4. All moves should lead to Rome, but I do have to still be careful. So I'm gonna go f4 here, because now I need to use the pawns. I have king e5 next move. I have king e3 also. Go here, target the pawn. Thing is, now if he goes king f7, king f2 just wins because the knight is stuck. He has no squares to go to. So knight g2 is an only move. And then I go king f3. And he can't go here. He has to go here. And now I think king g3 wins, but king g4 also should just be an easy win for me. And yeah, I go here, and the knight is just completely boxed. No squares. Very, very good. We got the dub, round one in the books, you guys. Pretty good stuff. Cannot complain. And now I get Josman, who will make a draw. So I'm going to go back to Carl Khan's. I beat him 12-1. I've played the Carl Khan every game yesterday, so I'm going to do it again. Okay. Go here. Let's go check in here. Go here. I didn't play knight d7 the other day, actually, or yesterday. I was playing knight e7 first. I guess I'll go back to knight e7, knight f5. Just d3. I could have taken two, but whatever, who cares. Let's go knight f5 here, as always. Pretty standard so far. You get Adam Helmet for the 17, Quetzalcoatl for the gift of sub. Thank you so much. Let's minimize everything again. Oh, he plays A4 logical, which does give me bishop B4 here, I have to say. Which then he has A5. Oh, he has A5, so he has an idea. So I'm just going to try to be very solid with B6 here. Let's see what he does. Because bishop B4 runs into A5, and then it gets a little bit unpleasant, I think, for me. Although I do have B6 there. Whatever. Beggars can't be choosers. What are you going to play here? What is he going to play? Queen C2, bishop E7 looks pretty decent. What else is he going to do? Like Queen C2, bishop A3, maybe like a rook D1. Again, not so enthused by the way Josman's played this so far. Okay, he plays Queen C2, which makes a lot of sense. I think I'm gonna go bishop E7 to target the pawn on H4. He plays bishop A3. Now again, he goes for this bishop A3 line, but the thing is, I don't actually believe in this somehow, because I feel like the king side is just a little bit brittle here for white. I mean, he can go B4, but so what? I just castle. I mean, I'm obviously going to take on C4. Maybe I should probably just take it on C4 right away, but oh well. The thing is, there are two weaknesses here. He has two weaknesses. I mean, he has rook C3 at some point, which could be a problem here if he lines up a triple stack. But I always have C5 here maybe as well. And maybe actually here, I should have already maybe considered C5. I should have just used my time and played it. But oh well. At any rate, we go on. Plays rook C1. Yeah, now the thing is, do I go C5 or not? Now is where I have to use all my time and calculate. I go C5, D5, B5, B5, Queen B7. That doesn't look quite right. Queen B7 right away allows rook C3. Does not look quite right. I could be in some trouble here if I'm not careful. Like actual, like real trouble. Don't want to take on C4, but I might actually have to. And this feels kind of scary. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm probably going to get smoked here somehow, but okay, let's go here. I'm going to go knight F8 next move. Consolidate the king side maybe. Put pressure on D4. I mean, this feels very iffy for me at best. I have a feeling that I'm in some real trouble here. Just my instinct. Just my instinct is that I might be in some real trouble here.
Yay! Tommy Maru just took $5 out of Bezos's pocket. Thanks.
He goes knight E3, which I saw. I thought I had like some C5 maybe at some moment. But again, this looks very scary. This is probably very, very bad for me. I'm gonna go here, knight F8 maybe. I have a feeling that I'm actually losing here. Just my instinct tells me that I'm probably losing in this position somehow. He goes rook C3, which I think is not correct. I think knight G5, and I suspect I was just completely toasted like a bagel. But knight F8, because now B5 I still can take and I guard. I think rook C3 was a mistake, because he gave me just enough time to where I think I can put pressure on the D4 pawn now. So while I think I'm still worse, he can't just go knight G5 and attack. Now he has to play positional, and even though I think I'm worse, I should not actually be I shouldn't just be like lost anymore. Now B5 is a question. Do I want to go B5 or not? Very tough question. B5, AB5, Queen B5. Probably good enough for a draw. Is it good enough for more? Probably not. But if I go B5, A5, Queen B7, and Knight G6, I think I can try to play for more. Don't love it though, so I think I'm just going to go Knight G6. And if Knight G5, he hangs D4, but there is Knight E6, so I have to be careful. Okay, whatever. I'm going to trust my instinct, go Knight G6 here. G3. Now I still have B5, but I think I'm gonna go Queen B7. Now C5 is a threat. Now if he moves the knight, D4 hang. Let's see what he does. I feel like Jocelyn's a little bit too tentative here in a situation where he could have had like a huge attack. I think he was just crushing me. If he had gone all in, I think he would have just smoked me right off the board. He didn't do it, and now I think I'm okay. Not even sure I'm worse here, honestly. Because the thing is, if he goes knight c4, I always have knight f5. I cover the square, and again, d4 is very weak here. And I feel like Jocelyn made some mistakes. I don't know if they're severe mistakes, but I feel like he made some mistakes for sure. He does. Got 6 minutes. I'm up a lot of time. That is the one thing. Again, I'm up 90 seconds. So, I mean, we'll see. There's queen d1, which now gives me c5. I think knight g5 is definitely an idea here, but does it actually work is the question. And I think I'm gonna go queen d7, because now knight g5 I just take the pawn and I take everything and I should be okay, or I think I'm okay. Oh, maybe I just made a mistake.
Back to Hikaru's game. Hikaru playing Jocelyn, who's got 2.5 out of 3. And this is definitely a game that Hikaru wants to win. But according to the eval bar, Anna, he is significantly worse.
Yeah, that evaluation bar, I believe, is supported by White's space advantage and the very active White pieces, the double rooks on the c5 pointing at the c6 backward pawn. It feels like Hikaru may have slightly misplayed the opening or early mid-game phase, because this is a very pleasant position for White.
Yeah, White's got, as you said, pressure on c6, pressure on h5. So at some point,
true.
knight g5 could be annoying. Although not immediately, because he would give up d4. The only thing that works in Black's favor here, other than the clock situation, is I think the fact that White has a weakness on d4 and Hikaru has very nice control over the d5 square. And ooh, c5.
c5 by Hikaru. If it works, it's a great move, because that's Black's way of getting out of this pressure.
The eval bar was not a fan of Jospim's 24th move, rook d3, feeling that it's too passive and walks right into c5. And Hikaru's already in pretty good shape here. Rook takes c8 is forced.
I still have to be careful though, because I mean, it's not like this is an instant draw even. Like, it's not even clear that this is. I take rook d4, trade knight c6, he still has queen d1. But I shouldn't lose that either. No, I really shouldn't lose that. So rook d4, knight c6. I mean, okay, if it's a draw, it's a draw, and it's just really not my day. But I mean, he is going to lose a pawn here, so he got way too tentative. Jocelyn he double clutched at the wrong moment in this game. Just double clutched. And now, I mean, it's still very much game on. But I feel like I have f6 somewhere as well. It goes queen d1. I thought I could take and maybe go f6. But again, it's still probably just a draw. I guess I'll take. I can play f6 maybe. f6 knight e4 or something. I mean, I really don't think a draw is good enough here, so I think I have to kind of go for it. This isn't really what I wanted again, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Ba-dum. Doesn't feel right though somehow. Really just not my day. I feel like somehow I'm just not winning these games. Every game is petering out of nowhere. Out of thin air, really. It's like every game I have some chance, but just defending very well today. That's just life. Yeah, he goes there, and now he's got h5, of course. It's not my day, unfortunately. I have knight e1, maybe? I mean, again, it's just, yeah. Unfortunate. Unless I can go king e7 and go for something. I have 2 knight g2 takes. Okay, so I guess I can go check and take on g5. Takes, make a check. King g2, I make a check. King h2 and maybe queen b2 or something to play on. I mean, I guess I go for it. Worst case, it's a draw, I think. Here, I don't think I can lose, although it did just occur to me that the move I played was maybe not the right move. He goes there.
Just subscribed.
No, what I did was just kind of stupid, actually. Like, very stupid, in fact. It was exactly what I did not want to do, and... Why did I do that, actually? That was just insane. Queen d2, maybe? Yeah, what I just did was completely insane. Question is, do I go to b2 or d2? My instinct is that I go to... Oh, this was just completely crazy by me. I just blundered. I missed king h3 altogether. Although, I mean, maybe it's not it's probably not losing, actually. I can just take and go check. Not actually losing. But I do have some queen b2 f2, and I'm still fine. But not going to win this game, that's for sure. Go queen b2, hit the pawn. Yeah, he goes there, but... Just give me queen c6 or something, but I think I just go here. Because when he checks, I go here, and I'm still okay. Although, of course, this is totally not what I was hoping for at all. Go here. He doesn't have a lot of time, but at 2 minutes it should not be very hard for Jocelyn to play this. Yeah, he goes queen d4, queen a8 rather, I should say. But I thought I had king f6 here. Knight g4, I just take and it's a draw. But even that looks extremely scary. So I think I have to actually just find the right way to bail out here and make the draw. I think the way to bail out is actually just go knight d3 and king e8. Because now this is kind of really scary potentially. Let me think for a second. If I played g4, knight g4, I have nothing. Queen b6, queen g8, queen d4, queen f7, king d6. Probably still a draw. Yeah, I think that's still a draw. So I guess I go. Let's think. Go here. I mean, I have queen d4. Checks. I go here. Still should be a draw, but obviously unfortunate. Here. There. I mean, go here. Just a draw. Really just unlucky today. Really unlucky. Every game. I mean, thing is, if I go king c6, am I trying to win or not? I mean, the thing is, he has queen c8, so I mean, that's just insane. The only question is, can I go here and try to... No, but actually, then I'm going to lose my knight. Yeah, I go here, he checks, I go here, and then he goes here, and then I just lose my knight. And then the tournament is probably close to over. A draw is not what I want here, but that's just how it goes. And if I go here, he's check. I mean, I can run the... No, I mean, don't be an idiot. Just make the draw. No, it's just... It's not the right time. I can play king d8, maybe. No, it's just not the right time. I just have to make the draw here. It's not the right time. Obviously, I want to win games, but I know 6 is still going to qualify. So because I know that 6 is going to qualify, I can't take this risk.
Yeah, draw by repetition, even though white is winning with best play. A big save by Hikaru, but he's now been nicked for 1.5 points. He's got to start winning in the next couple of games if he wants a sure ticket to the top 8.
Oh, what are we on? We're on 3.5 out of 5. So if I get one more win and 3 draws, I'm in. That's the goal. So, okay, we have 3.5. Okay, so I play Mr. Amin. Let's go knight f3 again. Wesley just blundered big time. Yeah, all right. In the round 6 coming up. Go knight f3 here. I'm gonna play That all looks good in OBS. I'm gonna minimize OBS too. Okay, let's go B3. Okay, Amin's gonna play the same thing now. What did I do against Amin last time? I don't think I played knight e5. I did something funky. So I'm gonna play knight e5 and d3. I'm gonna play my best setup here. I don't even know if this is my best setup, but it's one of the 20 setups that I play. Okay. Goes bishop e7. Let's just play d3, knight d2. Oh, actually, wait, no, I think I did play knight e5 against Amin, or wait, no, he does this one. Okay, so I go here, we castle. This is all pretty normal so far. Now, I did beat him last week in the RCC, so I go a3 or not. I think I'm gonna play a3, and I'm probably gonna go c4, create some kind of mini triangle in here. Yeah, okay, good. It is on. Okay. All right, so I can play c4 here. I think I'm gonna play e3 and maybe queen e2, rook d1. Not necessarily the best way to play this, but it seems like a plan. With c5, I just go a4. If b5, I go a4. If a4, I go b4. It looks relatively okay to me. I have the great double op combo here, and I think I'm doing just fine. So I really want to win this game, because if I win this game, I can probably draw 3 games to close out the tournament and qualify. I didn't have to play a4, but he was threatening to play a4, so I want to make sure that the chains here are completely intact. Plays b5. That's an interesting move. Now the question is, do I take and play like rook a4, queen a1 like a new age hippie and go like bishop g7? Interesting idea, although he does have c4 there. No, he doesn't. So takes. What if I go c4 there? c4, queen b6, queen e2. c4, queen b6, queen e2. dc4, knight c4, queen b3. dc4, no. This feels wrong somehow. Got 9 minutes. I don't want to burn all my time here, but this doesn't look right. I think I'm gonna go for it. Let's go here. So c4, I just take, and I take the rook. You can't really go c4. I want to go queen a1 and maybe line up a right triangle as well. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it makes some sense. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I also have e4 then to open up diagonal. There's also a rook swing as well. It looks relatively okay. I even have c4 to hit d5 and hit the queen. I control all the breaks, and a5 is weak too. So my instinct is that I should be better here, and I know everyone's gonna do like the puzzle rush emote now, because this is like I've put like 50 arrows on the board, but I think I'm doing well here. And knight d7 also, like knight d7 for example, there are a couple things. Okay, it goes there. Of course I go I think queen a1's got to be the right move. It looks right. Just line up the classic right triangle. That's what everybody wants, is a right triangle in their life. And now I always have c4, a5 is weak. I have bishop c3. Don't know how great this really is. It goes rook a6, which is kind of an interesting move. I think I'm gonna go. The question is, do I go to d1 soon? I can also line up the legendary triple stack. Do I want to line up the legendary triple? It feels really bizarre to line up the triple stack on the a file here, but it's actually not crazy. But how much do I want to meme is also a question, because if I meme too much here, I could get into trouble. But fudge it, let's meme. It's time to be a meme king. Let's go queen a2. Let's line up the legendary triple stack. I also have c4 to hit the pawn. Yeah, okay, now I have c4, but I wait. I go here, line up the triple. Now I have c4 and takes, because I open up this diagonal. I also can lift my rook bruh with rook g4. I mean, ideally I'd like the rook on a2, but he goes rook a7. Now the thing is, I can also go like bishop c3. I can also go bishop f1 maybe? Wait, if I go bishop f1, what is his next move? Because d4 is just going to hit the rook. Rook a7 might be a huge mistake by Mr. Amin. Maybe a big mistake. Maybe just losing, in fact. Because what does he do if I get d4 and I take the pawn? He just resigns? Maybe losing is too strong a word, but this feels very scary at any rate for black. Feels very scary. What exactly is he supposed to do here even? I'm not actually sure. Let's think about this. Maybe I should have played d4 in one go, though. I think I maybe should have gone d4 right away. Because now after he moves the queen, if I do this, he has this. Still very messy. Think about what he wants to do. plays queen b8. Logical move, very, very reasonable, of course. Now the question is, what do I do here? Now d4 is reasonable, probably very reasonable with bishop c3. Through bishop b4, I take. No, it's not. I'm not so happy with that. Okay, so wait a second. What is the move that I want to play here? Actually, no, that's not so clear. Let's see. d4 c4 takes. Do with that. Knight b3. e6, knight a5. e2, knight c6. Bunch of moves here. b4 is a move. b4 is not a move. Okay, I don't want to use too much time because time is still even here. Bishop c3 is bad. Bishop a3 is a move. Queen b1 is actually also a move here, maybe. Don't love it. Don't love it at all. Somehow I need to line up the triple stack. I think I'm just going to play queen b1 here. I am going to go d4 next move, just open it up, I think. If I can. Yeah, I want to go d4 next move. That's my clear idea here. Just play d4, open up the position, and then try to win the pawn in a5. We'll see what he does here. Yeah, he goes rook e8. Now my whole idea is actually I'm gonna go for the meme. I'm gonna try to be the meme machine and line up the legendary triple stack again with the queen behind the rooks, so that I get a big attack here. Now let's go here, I guess. So I line up the legendary triple stack. I can even put more pressure with bishop c3. I mean, I feel like I'm better here. It's just a matter of proving it. Okay, c4 seems like a good move here because now there's maximum pressure on the a file. Now I start to put pressure in the center. He's also got problems on g7. I mean, this feels very hard for black to play. I also have bishop c3 to even load up the gun even more. I can also take here maybe if I want. Takes in d4. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I think I do want to do that. It's just so passive here with bishop g7, bishop h6. I mean, I feel like black's in a lot of trouble here. That's what it feels like. Yeah, he takes. I go d4, and now, I mean, this is such a dream. Look at this triple stack, this classic right triangle into the weakness, into the weak central pawns. Okay, so if I take, he takes, but I think I take, of course. Let's go here, line up a classic wooden shield. I've got the wooden shield here. This is step one. I also have bishop g2 maybe next one. I mean, maybe even just bishop c3. Maybe I just be very cheesy. Yeah, I think I just be very cheesy. I should just be very cheesy here and trade off materials. Although now I gave him, oh, this was a mistake. I gave him something that I shouldn't have. Although wait, I can still take and go b4. Wait, I made a mistake. I should not have allowed this to happen. Wait a second. So I take, and I go b4, rook c8, rook c8, bishop a6 though. Yeah, I made a mistake. This should have been a lot cleaner than it is, but okay, let's go here. I'm gonna go b4, of course. I mean, if I can take and run this a pawn down the board, I win the game. Rook c8 runs into bishop a6. That's what I'm banking on, is that if he goes there, I have bishop a6 to win materials. He plays d4. I saw that as a move, but I thought that I could actually just, oh no, if I take, he's got rook b1. Oy, oy, oy. That's just a huge mistake by me. Wait, but I can take g7. Wait, he blundered. g7 hangs at the end. Or wait, no, the bishop guards. Wait a second. Wait a second. So rook b4, queen b4. I have bishop g7. Because the bishop still guards in the corner pocket. So like takes, he can't take. He loses. This is very, okay, he goes bishop d5. That's just a bad move. I think I just go rook b2 and I should just be winning. Wait a second. Am I not just... I don't understand. Either I'm really bad at chess, or I'm just going to be winning the game here because I'm going to be up 2 pawns. Because here I have b5, b6. Yeah, either I'm really bad or I'm just winning. I think I'm just winning. Although he has queen e8 tricks here, I just realized. He's got a trick. Like a real trick that I just missed. Shoot. Or no, it's not actually that bad. There. No, it's okay. It's okay, luckily. f3 takes, bishop g2, and I'm good. Yeah. Yeah, he does it, but I think I'm okay because I have f3 and bishop g2. I probably should have used more time before just blitzing out this move, but I think it works. Here takes, here, and then I just take and I take and I just win the game. Currently I'm up what? Dose pawns? I'm up 2 pawns. So either I'm gonna win here, or I'm gonna lose immediately. One of 2 things is gonna happen. It's just a question of which one. It's all that remains to be seen. Okay. See what he does here. It's 3:30 and ticking. I think I'm actually winning here. Just my instinct based on how long he's thinking. I don't see it. I just don't see it here for black. It goes bishop c6. Okay, so that's I guess the idea is if I take, he has queen e4, so he's trying to be very, very sneaky, and I like where his mind is at, because bishop c6 is a very sneaky move. Problem is, first of all I can go rook c4, but wait a second, let's think about this. If I take on b7, queen e4, f3, queen f3, it's not actually checkmate on h1 anymore. I don't think I should even risk that. If I go rook a2, queen e4, I think I should just go rook a2. Okay, let's think. Rook a2, rook b2, rook b2. Rook a5, queen b1. That looks fine. Okay, think about this. Not a6. Bishop g7 maybe is a move. No, that's not right. Okay, so there's rook a2 or ... I don't see any other moves. Yeah, I don't see any other moves that make sense. So I think this has to be the only move. But I still have f3, bishop g2. So I'm obviously better, but it's not winning on the spot like I thought it should be initially. Now, queen e4, I still have f3 and bishop g2, so he has to take the pawn, and I go like queen b1. I'm up a pawn, but we still have a long ways to go here. We have a long ways to go. He's down to 240. Still thinking. See what he does here. I'm up a pawn, but it's not as wonderful as I would like it to be. Just not the position I was hoping for, kind of. Still thinking. I mean, he has to take the pawn at a5. If he doesn't take the pawn at a5, he's just lost. Take, so I go here, of course. Because now there's no queen e4. I'm also threatening rook b8. He's got some... Okay, now the question is, should I go bishop d3 or like rook b8? What should I do here exactly? Is also another big question mark. I think bishop c4. It's risky to go bishop c4 on the one hand. On the one hand, it's actually quite risky to do that. Maybe I should just go queen f5. No, but then rook a1, rook b1, bishop e4, queen g4. Even queen f5. Yeah. I don't love this. I'm gonna be solid with bishop d3 here. I don't actually know if this is the right move. It feels kind of wrong. This bishop f6, which I'm a little bit surprised by, because now, I mean, I guess his idea is he thinks he can draw all these endgames. That's got to be the reason. Okay, so somehow I have to unwind, and this is actually not going to be easy to win. This is might be very, very difficult, and I'm not even sure this is winning. In fact, we go queen d1, queen e5. Ugh, this is gonna be very tough to win. If I go rook b4, queen d5, rook d4, queen a5, maybe. Let's go here. Very tough because this rook and pawn endgame isn't cleanly winning either. Of course, I'll go here to stop the mating patterns. I could have also thrown in a tickle check. Goes there. I'll go here. So very tough to play. Very, very tough to play for both of us. But it has to be favorable because I have the extra pawn. Let's rook a5. I don't understand that move. I mean, I guess his idea is to play rook d5. So I'll go h4. Why not? Oh, did I have queen g4, queen c8? Am I just terrible at chess? I think I am. Just wait. So I go check. Go check. I hit. Wait. No, isn't this just losing? Wait a second. Takes. But if I trade king e8, bishop e4, he's got rook c5, and somehow he's just barely holding, like barely by a thread. I shouldn't have done this though. This was a big mistake by me. Ugh. I thought this was winning by force, or I wouldn't have done this. Why did I play this? Shoot. This is not what I wanted to do at all. Crud. Time is even too, so I mean this is really unpleasant. C4 takes. Okay, I've got no time. I just have to move. Isn't what I want to do at all. I guess queen e5, I check. Queen g7. Okay, let's go check. Go here. Here. Now I have queen h7 and mate, maybe. He definitely misplayed this because now it's kind of game on again. e5. Wait, but can't I? Wait a second. Check. King e7. e4 maybe. Go e4 because I can take and go queen e3. Very tough to play. I mean, I'm up 2 pawns. Queen a1, bishop f1, bishop b5 is no good. So queen a1, the question is, do I go to g2 or h2? I think I go to h2. I'm gonna go to d4 and I play queen e3, and I'm up 2 pawns in that endgame. Is that actually winning though? Oh, okay, he goes queen e5, which so basically admits that he's not that he's just losing here. Okay, so now I just have to slowly grind this. How did I do that? Okay, now it's just game on now. Go here. Let's go. Or maybe. Here. Check. Got it. Whoa, what a game. Jeez. Ooh, sheesh, what a game. Got the win. Ooh, what a game. My technique was not good, and we obviously, with no increment, gets very sloppy at the end. We got to win. Very, very tough game. So now I'm what, 1.5 out of first, Again, the goal is to get to what, 6? I think 6 out of 9. 6 out of 9 is the goal, so I just need to play 3 good games. All right, so we should be starting pretty soon. What are the standings? So we're all on 5.5. See, again, this is what I was saying. So if you look at the standings, the number of people on 5 who can get there, I'll scroll down. Number 9 is on Draken, at 5 out of 8. So 6 out of 8, 6 out of 9. I mean, 69 is the magic number and the magic score and the magic everything. So I am not wrong on my assessment here, which means, of course, last round probably just keep it simple and should be there. Question is, should I actually try to play against somebody on 5? Like, it depends who I play here. I think I'll make the draw against everybody except probably Grischuk. I might try to play against Grischuk, although I'm actually going to get black probably, so I won't have a choice. Yeah, if I get Grischuk here, maybe I play, because I played Big Fish Jospin, I played Levon, I played Wesley, I did not play Grischuk. So yeah, I think if I play Grischuk, I might try. I played Amin. I think I have to play Grischuk, or no, Big Fish gets priority because he has more points, so he might play Grischuk. So we'll see who I play, but most likely, actually, I think I might have to play, because I think I'm gonna play somebody who's on 5. Actually, I think I'm gonna play somebody on 5 here, like Dulles or Jeffrey, maybe one of those two. I can't play Amin. I played him. I played Wesley. So I think I'll actually, yeah, probably, it depends who I get. I get Grischuk. So what do I do against Grischuk? Let's go E4. Is Grischuk, what are Grischuk's tie breaks? Let me see. Grischuk has 5.5. He's got a bad tie break. He's gonna try to, he's actually not, okay, he's gonna make me play the game, so I guess I play. What do I want to play? Let's play an exchange, maybe. Go here. Let's just go here. I guess I castle. This is actually, yeah, I mean, gonna be very, very dry. This can actually also occur out of a Petrov, I think. I might have had this against Fabiano, oddly enough. Second cam, yeah, is on. I had this against Fabiano in where did I have this against Fabiano? I think I had this against Fabiano in Isle of Man. I think Isle of Man in 2019. I had something very, very similar to this position against him. Let's see what he does. This is rook E8. Logical move. I think C4 is still completely fine here. I mean, I guess I'm gonna play. Why not? I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously I could probably just make a draw, but I don't know. Maybe Grischuk is such a bad tiebreak here that I think I actually. Whoa, Wesley makes a draw. Okay, so a lot of people make the draw. Wesley draws. That's a very interesting choice by Wesley. Is 5.5 going to be enough to get there, though? I mean, I'm not sure that's good enough. I mean, I think Wesley needs me to play. I think if I make a draw here, I think Wesley's not going to... Wesley's number 6. There are 3 guys on 5 who can get ahead of him to 6. Who's Dulles playing against, actually? Who's Dulles playing against? Dulles is playing against... I guess I can't see it in here, so... I think Wesley needs me to actually try, because if I draw this game, I don't think Wesley qualifies. Honestly, I really don't think he does. Nuts. Does he qualify? Because Grischuk, if Grischuk and I draw, we're both on 6. Wesley is number 6 right now on tie breaks, ahead of Fairchest, Jeffrey, and Dulles. There are 3 guys here who probably 2 can get to 6. Ooh, I mean, really close. Really close. I'm gonna trade. Yeah, probably I'm just gonna make a draw here. I have queen b3, I guess. Go queen b3 and target the pawn, maybe. I think for Ronald Weasley, I'm gonna try. I think I'm gonna play this game now. I think I'm just gonna play, and let's see how it goes. I don't like that by Wesley at all. I mean, I don't think there's any guarantee that he's going to qualify. In fact, just looking at this field, big yikes. Now I can go d5, but he has knight d5, and then I don't have good moves. Knight c3 looks correct, actually. Knight c3, knight bd7, maybe knight g5 even. I mean, it feels a touch loose for black. Oh, did I have knight g5 and queen f3? Oh no, he just goes knight d7. I'm insane. He goes knight d7, so now I can play knight g5. I can also go bishop g5. I can also play d5. I mean, everything is very flat here. It's just not a very exciting game. For Wesley, I feel like I should play, but I also feel like this is not really a very exciting game. I'm really not sure what I should do. Maybe I should just go bishop d2. Queen f8, knight b. I mean, I have knight b5 somewhere. Maybe knight b5 already here. I think it's knight e4, maybe. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play this for Wesley, because I should already be guaranteed. I mean, I have a really good tiebreaker, but it's interesting. It's quite interesting. I can also just go bishop g5 and take and make a draw too. But I think I'm just gonna play here on rook e1. Yeah, pretty insane though. Pretty insane by Wesley to take that draw immediately. Pretty insane. Probably enough to qualify, but he plays h6, which I expected. I'll go like, I guess rook e1 here. Trade some rooks. I mean, I think I have a slight advantage here. Nothing really special. I feel like I have a very, very slight pull in this position. Very, very slight pull because I control the center. I have knight e5. I've got knight b5. I mean, it's not much, but it feels very, very slight. It goes a6, which I sort of saw. I thought I had knight e5 here, but you can take and go knight c5. Oh yeah, you can take and go knight c5, so I actually just have nothing. You can play knight h4, knight f5 maybe, which is kind of interesting too. Yeah, let's go knight h4. I want to go knight f5, maybe play against these weak pawns a little bit here on the king side. Don't know if there's anything special, of course, but it still feels a little bit iffy for black somehow. Just a little bit iffy. I don't think this is losing probably, but it feels very iffy. It was knight f, or not very iffy. It feels just a little bit iffy, I should say. Thing is, I can actually sack maybe for a couple. I can sack for a lot of pawns here too. So knight f5, knight e6, whatever. Let's just keep going. The knife on f5. Oh, that was just a terrible move. He just has queen d7. I just missed that. But maybe I can play g4 here. Yeah, let's go g4. Let's try to make this. Let's spice it up. Let's spice up the game a little bit here. I mean, again, I don't really think I can lose here, especially with this great knife on f5. So why not spice it up a touch? And he goes rook e8, which I expected. Now I can obviously trade. Play like knight d5 maybe. Again, this should be a draw, but I feel like there's just a touch. Oh wait, no, wait, that's a blunder maybe. No, it's. Oh, he has knight takes. I'm blind. I forgot he could do that. Okay, wait. I feel like I have a little bit of pull. I just have to find the right sequence here. I can go knight d5. I can also go knight e4 here maybe. I don't know if I have anything. It just feels like there's like maybe for a window of like one move, I should have something here. Queen d5 is obviously a move too. Queen d5, knight e6, queen a8 maybe. I think king h7, then queen a6 maybe. I feel like I've got something here. I just don't know how to do it. Okay, let's go here because bishop h2 doesn't work, so knight guards the queen. I mean, I'm trying to maybe go queen a8 and play against everything. I mean, I should be better here. I just don't know how much better I am in this position. But let's see. With this great knight on f5, I'm not. I mean, if I can lose this game, so be it. But I don't really see it. Now, the first sign of trouble, I can also just simplify and make the draw, and then no harm, no foul. Oh, but actually, no, Wesley's correct. Actually, 5.5 is going to qualify here. It's going to qualify. Okay, he goes bishop b4. I thought that was kind of a strange move because of queen a8. Maybe not, but it just... I don't know if I like bishop b4 all that much. It just feels like a little bit, just a touch of unpleasantness somewhere in here. I just don't know quite how to do it. Do I have some bishop h6? No, it's no good. a3 is a move. D5 is also potentially very strong here. I go D5, what does he actually do? Probably goes knight F6. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go A3 here. I'm gonna trade, I'm gonna take. I mean, if I get D5, then it's starting to look quite scary potentially. Oh, he has knight D6. Ah, knight D6 is, oh, nice move. Oh, that's a very nice move. I should have gone bishop F4. Although I can take and maybe go B4. Wait. But take C5. Nah, it's gonna be a draw too. Or is it? Or is it? Knight. I missed knight D6. Mucho frustrating. I'm gonna go knight E3 and just play on. Probably this is not so smart by me now, because now there could be some danger if I let this game drag out. I should probably offer a draw, but I'm not going to. I think I should actually offer a draw here, but I don't want to. Yeah, he goes queen E8, and actually queen E8's kind of Sasha's way of offering the draw as well. Go here. Again, I mean, this is probably a draw, but I'm gonna play because at this point, who cares? Not me. If I had gone bishop F4, I think I had chances. Probably still was balanced. Probably still was equal though when I think about it more and more. The question is, can I somehow do anything like H4, H5 maybe? I'm gonna go H4, try to go H5 here. Try to create some weakness in the king side. On the king side here. I mean, all his pawns are on black squares too, so I can target everything. I mean, worst case, it's going to be a draw. Absolute worst case. I will go H5 here. Fix the pawns. I mean, again, don't really see a whole lot for either side, but I'll try to play, I guess. Let's go here. I'm going to try to bring my king in maybe at some point, if I can. Go here. I mean, again, it should be a draw, but there are some chances maybe for me. If I can get the king to F4 and start playing a little bit more, maybe like start to massage the queen side just a little bit, maybe I have some chances. There's knight E5. I mean, I think I go here. I still have F4. I could have taken two, but that would have just been a draw. Again, I'm assuming I can never really be in trouble because with all these pawns on dark squares and my bishop, a dark square bishop, there really should never be any major danger per se. So it goes knight D7. Very logical. Now I can play F4 here. It's a little bit scary to play F4, but I'm going to do it anyway because I don't really want to let him start pushing pawns on the king side. I don't want him to get these pawns rolling. And now I also take away knight E5, and if I get bishop D4, king D3, starts to feel a little bit uncomfortable potentially for black. Okay, it does go G6, which I kind of saw, but for some reason I didn't think it was a big deal. And do I go to D3 or F3? I think I go to F3, because if F5 I can always just take and go bishop E5, and that's very unclear. Again, I don't really know why I'm playing for this unclear line, but I guess I am. I'll pre-move it. So a bunch of people on 5.5 right now. So he does go F5. I'm kind of surprised to see it. I'll take. I have bishop E5 here. Not so sure I agree with this move, actually. Not so sure I like this move by Sasha. Although maybe it's still just a draw. Okay, so he takes that one, so of course I go here. Knight F6, reasonable move. Now I can also take and play knight C4. Probably a draw. I mean, he's got the outside pawn. I'm actually scared. The other thing I can do is I can also play like a4. But I think the move I should play is just run my king over this way. Makes a lot more sense. Was a4 reasonable move? I'm gonna go here, I guess. See what he does. He plays b5. So he's trying to put the pawns on the opposite color. Guess I'll go here, maybe. Oh, did I just make a mistake? Wait. Okay, wait a second. I think I actually need to bail out. I think I just came very, very close to making a huge mistake there. I think knight c4 might have been good for him. I mean, this is actually, I need to remember, like, it's like if I throw this game, no, but I mean, I will qualify anyway. But yeah, I need to like be careful a little bit. Knight g4, king f7. How do I rotate my knight is the question. Bishop a5, king d7, bishop d4, knight c4. How do I do this? I don't think I can actually do this. I go knight c2, knight e7. Just a draw. Maybe I can go here and take. No, then king d6. 4. I just move. Wait, I almost just blundered this too. Yikes. Big yikes. Yikes. Okay, let's just go here. I don't see any way to play this. Maybe I can go bishop e5, king f7. Kind of don't even know why I'm not just making this draw. Why am I not making a draw here? Yeah, I don't know why I'm not just making this draw. What's wrong with me? I take, I go check. It's almost like I refuse to. It's almost like in my mind I just don't want to make a draw. Doesn't make any sense at all. But I mean, a draw gets me to 6, so why am I being so stupid? 6 definitely qualifies me, right? If I get 6, probably I play Wesley though, which is not the pairing I want. No, I think I'm going to push this because I think 6 is actually not what I want here. But how do I push this in a way where I can play on? There's just no good way to play on. Takes. G3, but I mean, again, just no. I should really just make the draw here. Yeah, there's just nothing I can do. Go here, maybe. Try to change a wrinkle in the position a little bit. King d8. Yeah, I almost want to finish 7th or 8th and not like 4th because I have to play Wesley if I finish on 4. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Let's see if I can make this work somehow. Okay, I guess I take here. It still should be a draw, by the way, but he finds classy move by Grischuk. Just the only way to just kill the game on the spot. Although maybe I'm in trouble suddenly. No, I still can just go here. A knight c3 and takes. Still just a draw. Yeah, nice move by Grischuk. I think I had something though for like a move. Yeah, I just take. Let's go here so I have an access point. It's just a draw. Yeah, and just takes. Yeah. What it is. It's not what I wanted, but it is what it is. See, because I'm gonna have to play Wesley. This isn't the pairing I wanted in the first round. Let's see if I had something though. I want to go back here. Right about here. I knew it. I knew it. Bishop f4 and white's better. I knew I had something that was good for me. I knew it. I knew there was something. I knew there was something that was good. My instinct was, well, at least my instinct was right. I mean, it's only a blitz game, but like, as long as I have these instincts in the candidates, when I have more time to think, it'll bode well for me. Because I had a feeling there was something here, but it's, yeah, a3 is stupid. Bishop f4 is still good, right? Yep. Still small edge, not much, but oh well. It is what it is. So we got to draw, and we do qualify, although like I said, I'm not super happy about it.